Hello. Oh, ah, nope. Ah, ah. Oh man. All right, my lane kind of goes down. Hey, there's a cop right there. Go, go, go. Is this like the parts for like AutoZone? I think it is. The brother. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys have subscribed since I got the RoadRunner Pro, I appreciate it. If you guys don't want to subscribe to the channel, I get it. Just please smash a like on this video. What I wanted to do, this is the second video we're making on this. I just kind of wanted to take this thing out for my standard typical review, but not really review. I just want to have fun with this thing and show you guys that this thing is absolutely crazy. And I'll go over a little bit of specs just in case you don't know and you're not familiar with this unit. But for now, let's get out of here and let's talk about it. Shit. Whoa, your boy's all over the place. Oh man, this thing is so fun. It's gonna be fun until I gotta replace that front tire, but until then, man, this thing is oh, puts a smile on my face. I honestly like riding it on the sidewalk more than I do the street, because if you like the sound of just peeling out everywhere, ride on the sidewalk, man. Just make sure you follow your local laws and stuff. Oh man, on the sidewalk, this thing just sounds like crazy, just peeling out everywhere you go. I love it. On the street, I feel like you're tearing up the tire a little bit more because of gravel, but damn, man, this thing is quick. We can do our top speed run right now. I'll tell you before, I've already hit like 54 miles an hour on this thing. You gotta be careful with bumps too. Did you hear that tire kind of lift up and peel out? Because if you hit a bump and the front lifts up, the tire spins super fast and it comes back down and it's all what was that, like 51 or 52? We were definitely going super fast. Bye bus. I'm out of here. Let's get the heck out of here. Now, the one thing you're gonna know if you ever do decide to buy one of these, you're on a 60-volt system, 30 amp hour battery. So you might be thinking that's crazy big, right? That's like 1,800 watt hours. I'm like, yeah, that actually is pretty big. But with this thing having two 4,000 watt hub motors, and right now I'm pushing about 2,700 watts out of each motor. So that's a lot of power. That's almost 6,000 watts pulling from that battery. So you'll notice that your voltage sag goes down hella fast, super fast, actually too fast. Not a huge fan of that. Now, I'm not gonna hate on it too much though, because you gotta think about if they were to put a bigger battery in this thing. I'm gonna go right now before the lights gonna turn green. If they were to put a bigger battery in this thing, then it would definitely be a lot more expensive. Now, I believe when this thing came out, I think it was over $3,000 if I'm not mistaken. And then the regular MSRP price is $3,000, what was like just a couple months ago. And now it's $23.95. Crazy ass price. And then if you use my codes down below, you'll get it a little bit cheaper. I think they take like 50 to 100 bucks off. Also helps the channel as well. You guys don't have to buy one. You can just kind of live through me, the way I ride and stuff, and just see how much fun I'm having. Then you can decide if you want to get one or not. Oh, all right, I gotta see how I'm gonna do this test because there's people walking. I'm actually coming out at a different time than I normally do, because normally I come out at nighttime. And the reason why I'm out here right now is because it's gonna rain in about 2 hours. So anyways, I got some people up in front of me. I don't want to ruin their day or anything like that, so hopefully we can kind of go by them and they don't get too mad. But what I want to do is, since I do have some people on this trail, let's hold the M button. The M button takes us into eco mode. It kind of gets rid of a lot of the stuff on the display. And I'm going to do this test from 0 to whatever we hit and see how fast we go. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey! Nice and gradual, I say. Like, this is pretty good. Oh god dang, after 17, 18 miles an hour, it took off. And we're already doing 30. Yeah. We're gonna hit about like 33, 34 roughly. That's pretty damn fast, especially for just a single motor. If I were to put it in dual motor, we would have probably hit like 40 something in that stretch. So maybe I'll come back and do it when there's less people on this trail. I'm gonna put it back in rocket mode because I want to go as fast as possible. Hello. Oh man. You hear this thing chirping when we hit like potholes? Let's see if I, oh, do not do that. I tried to hop the front up, but then the wheel was ever so slightly like crooked, and I felt it, man. That was a little scary. But yeah, just make sure you keep the wheel straight on this thing. It's definitely very easy to turn as well too. It's kind of sketchy, I gotta say, man. So one of these modes, maybe it's number 3 in eco mode, will keep you roughly at about, I would say 30 miles an hour or 28 miles an hour, so you can be legal on the street in the bike lane, so cops won't like really mess with you too much. But if you don't really care about that, then just do whatever. But real quick, I'm gonna show you guys in eco mode. In number 5 though, I am gonna go to the highest one. I'm gonna show you that this will come up it even in a lower power mode. So here we go, 1, 2, 3. Single mode, oh wait, is it gonna come up it? Oh, it's struggling, my feet aren't down. It made it up, it barely. Dang, okay, so if you really gotta get up stuff like that, you're gonna have to put it in dual motor. I actually thought it was gonna do it on single motor, but apparently it did, but that wasn't really passing to me. Oh, I lost my little nipple cover right here. Oh man, I knew those things were gonna come off. They had like little nipple things right here, so this would not come in contact with it. So now that hits the frame, but it is what it is. There's maybe one on this side, yeah. So see, this is what I'm talking about. Little nipples. Lost one already, so some things are already breaking on the bike. So I put it into, in the rocket mode. Dual motors, basically turn on that front motor. And I'm not gonna get a running start at it. I'll start at the bottom. I'll make it fair while we're right next to this vape pen right here. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Okay, that was like quarter throttle. Ow, and I just hit my shoe really bad on a rock. This thing definitely felt like it was gonna wheelie the whole time up that thing, so I was trying to be a little careful. And I don't think off-road is gonna be very good for dual motor, especially with these street-looking tires on here. And the rain too, it's a little slippery. It doesn't look like it, but it is. So just something that I would highly suggest is this thing is not really made for off-road. Just keep it on the road. Another thing on this scooter is that it holds up to 330 pounds, which is awesome. That's like pretty high up there, especially for something so small with like 14-inch wheels. But the thing is, the way these pegs are set up, I wouldn't trust my life standing on those at all. Like, I mean, you could do it, but I feel like they would bend over time, especially if you're like 250 pounds, 300 pounds. I'm pretty sure these foot pegs would definitely bend and break off or snap. All it is basically just a through axle, and there's just nuts on each end. How can I explain it? It's basically just a peg that just has like 2 arms that go on the thing, and then a nut goes on top of it. And then there's like a little locking thing that goes on top of that, and I don't trust it. Oh, the coppers, what they gonna do? What they gonna do when they come for you? Time to get out of here, we just ran a red light. They ain't gonna get me at all, baby. Let's go. Damn, man, this thing flies. This could definitely get you into some trouble, man. I was riding it the other day on my first video, and so many people pulled out in front of me because they just don't see you. Cats like in the neighborhood just like randomly run across, and you're going so fast on this thing, you gotta be careful. And I'm gonna I'm gonna go before this truck. Never gets old, man, never gets old. Whee, rear brake. Let's try the braking test, guys. I'm gonna try to keep it I'm gonna hit 30 and then let off. Well, something around 30. And then I'm gonna try to do the braking test. I'm trying to do my best to regulate the power, because we normally do this brake test about 28 miles an hour. Okay, there we go, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3. Holy moly, okay. Not the best braking bike. Like, the brakes feel great, but trying to slam on them, oh, we slid so far. It's actually kind of on the worst side of electric bikes or electric scooters, whatever you want to call this thing, because it doesn't have pedals really. But that is the line that we stop out on bad bikes. This is the line over here that we stop on good bikes. It's really fading away. I need to come out here and mark it. But if we stop here and back, it's a really good bike. But look, you can see my skid mark all the way from there to here. And that's really because these tires are just so skinny. There's really no way to get good traction compared to like a 4-inch or a 4.5-inch tire. So, all right, not the best, but that was pretty funny. Man, just sliding everywhere. That was great. Another thing you guys got to know is, I should have told you guys when that nipple piece fell off, is that this is your turning radius, and now this feels a little janky because it feels like a big shot. I can feel it like hitting the frame, like in my seat. So it goes this wide. It's not very far of a turning radius, but at the same time, it is a small vehicle. So let me try to do the U-turn test. And all right, so we'll lock it right here. Since it's so small, look, I can still do U-turns in the same sidewalk. So that's good, because most bikes that are a little bit longer, you'll end up making a U-turn way out here. So even though the turning radius is not that great, it's actually turning pretty good for how small it is. Another thing too is, oh man, there's staples coming out of my seat. Bruh, this thing's falling apart, man. What's going on with this thing already? And what the heck is this? It looks like they plugged the hole, or they just welded something like really quick. I don't know what the heck that's about. But anyways, even though this is pretty small, you do have room for storage. So they do sell a medium bag right here. I actually ordered one, so I'll show you guys on the channel in the next video. Like I said, subscribe if you really like stuff like this, because I'm going to do more content on here, so you want to get some notifications on that. But it's going to be a bag that sits like right in here. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be a big bag. You're not going to be able to put in another battery though, unfortunately, because it gets really tight right here. So if you wanted to have another battery from the company, they're like $700. You could throw one in your backpack. And the way it works is, this is where you charge it at right here. Let me take that off. Charge it right here, and then the key goes in here, and you can lock it. It locks on the bottom with a little pull tab. And then once you unlock it, you can pull it out this way, and it will slide all the way to the back. You gotta be a little careful though, because you can scratch this fender when pulling out that battery. So make sure you kind of lift it up. Maybe have two hands and put the kickstand down. Talking about the kickstand, I like the kickstand, but I just noticed that my screws are loose. Oh boy. So this thing is definitely falling apart on me, so make sure you check all your nuts and bolts. Another thing too is that this rear suspension, it bottoms out really easy, and I'm at 170 pounds, and it's not doing too well for me, so just keep that in mind. Suspension up front is pretty soft too. I'm not having a problem with the front, but the rear definitely needs to be changed out. You're also going to want to know that your rear brake is on the left side and your front brake is on the right side. That's something that you definitely want to make sure you know, like right off the bat before you ride this thing. Oh, I had to lift up my body so we didn't bottom out. Holy crap. Woohoo! We rode this other way the other day, guys, when we took that group ride. If you guys didn't see the video, it was pretty fun, but it's pretty long. Had about 2 hours of footage. I actually haven't edited it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be about 45 minutes long, probably, or 30 minutes. But this is a very cool trail that they built out this way in Fresno, California, right off of Veterans Boulevard and the 99. So if you guys ever come through, you'll know exactly where I'm riding if you guys wanted to come out this way. They got some cool stairs that you can ride down on your bike if you want to also. I don't know if you want to do that, but you can. Ooh. Ooh, this feels kind of weird, riding on the side of the tire, making this turn, doing about 23, 25 miles an hour. Oh, a little sketchy. It just feels odd. It's not like, oh my God, I'm gonna fall, but it's also like, all right, you don't want to hit it flat out when turning because it will slide whichever direction you're pointed. So it's like a front wheel drive car. If your tires and steering wheel are like this and you hit it, your car's gonna pill out and go that direction, if that makes sense. Oh, I don't want to pill out on this though. This is like some coarse crap. This is really going to ruin my tire. Okay, this is okay though. What I wanted to do, and I'm hoping it's not going to be too sketchy, is I wanted to come down the overpass, and I want to see how fast we can go. And I'm hoping no one gets it. Oh God! Stay down, bike. Oh man, the damn light. All right, we're gonna try it at the light and see what happens. I'm gonna hit it when the light turns green. Oh, this truck's trying to race. I got you, truck. I got you. Let's go, baby! Oh, I'm losing. I'm losing. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. I can't even be mad that he's gonna turn in front of me because he was going pretty fast and I was obviously like trying to stay up next to him. So well played, Silverado. But we were moving pretty good. Not too bad. Man, it's kind of crazy. It's literally just like a front wheel drive car. When it's pulling out, you can literally turn the wheel side to side and it just tracks straight. But as soon as it gets traction, is roughly around, I would say, 30 miles per hour. That's when you got to be like, oh shit, okay, like make sure you're keeping the wheel straight so you don't go down. But let's see real quick. So if I'm around 20 miles an hour, that's what it says on my phone. Let's get up to about 20. I'm gonna hit it and see if it peels out. Yep. Even 20 miles an hour, this thing will just peel out. Let's try 25 and see if we can do a rolling burnout. Come on, about 22, 23, 24, 25 roughly. There we go. Yeah, a little bit. Did a little chirp, like a little short shift real quick from like 2nd to 3rd gear. Oh, can you go off curbs? Oh, ah. Nope. Ah. Ah. Oh man. Sand. Okay, that was sketchy. You can have so much fun on this thing, man. And it's cool because it shows you the temperatures. Now, I didn't personally reach out to the company and ask them a bunch of questions, but most controllers that they put on stuff like this that show you the temperature, normally they'll have cutoff switches. So if it reaches like a certain temperature, let's say right now the rear is at 42 and the front's at 40C, you know, it's actually going down that now we're not on it. It makes sense that the rear is a little hotter because I'm sitting on the back, so it's taking a little bit more effort. I don't know if they have a cutoff for temperature. Like if it reaches 80C, is it gonna like cut your power and not let you go as fast as you normally could on this thing? I'm not exactly sure, but I know my Sur-Ron has it, my Super 73 has it. I was able to program it. It tells you your trip, your odometer, the time you've been on it, your max speed, which is 52.1 miles per hour. That's actually off. You actually go faster than what this display says by 2 miles an hour roughly. So if you're doing 48 here, you're really doing 50. So you don't really need your phone if you know that information. Your average speed has been 12 miles an hour. I need to reset this stuff. And then just goes back into telling your amps on each motor. And then it tells you the rear motor power and the front motor power. And then right in the middle, very hard to see under the mile per hour, is your mode. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you want to go into 1, even on dual motor, let's go into 1 and see how this is. Oh man, this is full throttle. Look, full throttle. A novice can get on this thing. Dang, that's slow. That's super slow. Dang, that's crazy. I feel like I'd be comfortable with like a 10-year-old riding this thing on mode number 1 as long as they don't actually hit the plus button. But let's see what happens if I go into 2. Okay, 2 feels like, I would say, a 750 to 1,000 watt like e-bike, like an 80-pound e-bike. But it also caps us out at 24. I kind of want to see what 3 does before we run out of room. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 is just, it's probably going to limit our speed. I'm going to run out of room here, but 3 is just overpowered. So just keep that in mind if you're really worried about people riding this thing. You might want to keep them at 1 and 2. All right, let's see if we can stay in the street with traffic. Oh yeah, we're already catching up to traffic. Yeah, look at, oh shit, they're already braking. Oh man, the good thing about this, I'm an e-bike, I'm a scooter, excuse me. I don't know if they're turning or not. Yeah, they're probably turning. Bye-bye, people. Be careful on this thing. Especially lane splitting too, keep that in mind. Because when you lane split, the handlebars are very wide. I feel like they're longer than my Sur-Ron bars. They might actually be the same, but for this, it just feels really, really big. So if you're lane splitting, just be on the safe side. And real quick, I want to update you guys. So 56.3 volts. That's crazy. We started at 67.7 roughly. Yeah, that voltage tag is insane. Ooh, man. It's not the most practical thing to ride out here because it's like you gotta have your mind running at all times on what road you're on and how the road is. You gotta pay attention so closely, especially going 50 miles an hour. It's not as comfortable as like my Rev 1 72 volt. It's also quiet though. It's just like that bike. It's not loud at all, but it's just not as big and hefty. And ooh, that's a clean ass Tesla. So it worries me like a little tiny bit about getting places safely and more comfortably than something like that. And my Super 73 is the same way too. I'd rather ride that for like long distances, even though the seat on this thing is pretty comfortable. It's just like right now, like all these little like bumps and potholes on the road, I'm just like, oh my God, like any little thing can like pull me in a groove and I could probably just eat shit. Where I feel like on a big bike with like 4.5-inch wide tires or 4-inch tires, I feel a little bit safer. This thing, man, I'm paying attention to everything. And keep in mind, I know these roads too. Some of them I don't really take a lot, but you feel a lot of different stuff when you take other vehicles. You're like, oh, I didn't feel that before on this scooter compared to this bike. So it's just a little bit of getting used to. All right, oh, okay, okay. You know, when you make a right turn onto a street, you're supposed to stay in the right lane. Not get in the left lane, then merge over to the right lane. But anyways, we didn't die, we're all right. This is where it gets a little sketchy. Some cops are on this road too, so I gotta pay attention. I don't need no ticket for an illegal vehicle being on the road. Again, man, you guys gotta follow your laws, man. I know I'm having fun. Don't sit here and comment and tell me what I'm riding and what I'm doing wrong. I know that 28 is the limit. Technically for scooters, it's 15 miles an hour, but I think a cop is realistically gonna say this is more like a bike than a scooter, even though you have no pedals. I don't know though. I mean, if we run into a cop, cool. I just don't want to get this confiscated. That would suck. But the good thing is it is mine. I don't have to send it back or nothing. I didn't pay for it. The company sent it to me. But I'm not being biased on anything though. I'm telling you guys exactly how it is. And I was gonna turn here, but I don't like that street, so I think I'm just gonna keep going straight. It's a little sketch. A little sketch. Alrighty, truck. Alright, my lane kind of goes down. Hey, there's a cop right there. Go, go, go. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I don't have a mirror to look behind me to see where the cop's at, so we'll see. We're just talking about it too. So we'll see like what happens. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. Ow. That did not feel great. Where'd that cop go? That cop was like right behind, or right in front of that truck. I don't know where the heck he went. But we ride and we have a good time. Most of the time when you look behind you, oh, he's turning. When you look behind you and stuff to see what's going on, cops are like, oh, okay, he's like, must have a warrant out for his arrest or something. Oh, that cop's gone. He must have turned. He didn't care. If you look suspicious, then they're gonna think you're suspicious. That's why all the time when I'd be in like my car and I had illegal modifications and stuff, and you would see so many people, they would like ride, or they would drive slow. I'm all saying ride because I'm on the scooter, but they would drive slow in front of a cop and it looks more suspicious. Now you're holding up traffic while everyone's flying past you. If I was a cop, I would look at that and be like, oh yeah, like they're up to no good or something. They're trying to keep their car down, you know, they probably got an exhaust system on it. So I just drive like normal. Don't make yourself look suspicious. I wouldn't even turn around and look at a cop. If you had a mirror, that'd be better. I think I gotta get one on this thing. Along with the bag that we got going on, I think some foot pegs would be nice. And ooh, I gotta figure this out right now. Because this bike lane is non-existent. So technically, in California, if you guys don't know, I could take up this whole lane if I really want. And honestly, I'm gonna do it because I can go as fast as traffic. So why not just hold up this lane? While this truck drives in the dirt on the side, it's hitting my face. God dang it, it's getting all in my eyes and my contacts. Asshole! Silverados are driving hella fast today, man. You notice that? There's a lot of them out today too, man. Yeah. How many people would see this thing in their car and be like, damn, that guy's on a little ass toy and he's going just as fast as traffic. Oh, gotta slow down. I don't need to be sliding all over the place, braking. Ooh, Sonic sounds good. I'm hungry. I legit got up and I was like, you know what? I want to make another video. And I just came out here and started making a video on this thing. So this is where we're at right now. Let's follow this Corvette. All right, he going slow, man. For having a Corvette, you going real slow, buddy. Excuse me. I ain't got time to wait for your ass. Trying to save some gas or what? Should have got a EV, man. Man. All right, I'm a little worried. Oh, see, stuff like that. So we did this test in my review video where I did like 45 miles an hour on a curve like this. But if you have a bump in that curve and this wheel pops up, man, you gotta pray. You better pray. That's all I gotta say. So like I said, it's not the most practical thing. And you would think that, oh, it's hella tiny, right? I can fit it in my car. The bars, like I said, super wide. So it's really gonna depend on your car. The good thing is the tire's not very wide, so the bar distance is gonna be your biggest enemy, like when putting in your car, if it's gonna hit the roof or not, or your side panels. But it's also heavy. It's 113, 114 pounds, and it's just not good for like lifting it up yourself. It's very awkward. Hey, if you hit the gym, I'm not gonna hate. You know, I don't go to the gym, so I can't do this myself. I wouldn't want to be lifting this up in my car. I'd be afraid of dropping it, like, or not holding on to it good enough, and it hits like the back of my car, especially like these things that fold up, which I didn't tell you about. The foot pegs do fold up, but you can still hit it on your car if you don't lift it up properly. Like when me and my buddy load up my Sur-Ron on my Talario when we went on that group ride, we had to have both of us, you know, help lift it up onto our trucks because there's no way to do it otherwise, you know? So this thing is just a lot more awkward, even though it's smaller. And please, okay, good. I was like, please, Bug, do not pull out, because I'm jamming, man. I'm a man on a mission, going as fast as I possibly can, man. I ride these things like I have a death wish, but I'm really not trying to, you know, wreck or nothing. But you just gotta be careful. You gotta pay attention, man. You gotta have your eyes open. Just open your eyes very, very wide. Your contacts are gonna dry out, but at least you'll make it home safe. You'll be all right. Be able to kiss your wife when you get home, your girlfriend, or your cat if you don't have a wife or a girlfriend. Oh, what the heck? Didn't even know you was turning, buddy. There's no blinker. No blinker. I was about to run right through it like hella fast. There's like a parts for like AutoZone. I think it is. The brother. The other cool thing about this thing is because the bars are so wide, and it's not something I would suggest people do, but you can let off one hand, pretty stable. But if you do hit a pothole, like I said, be careful. And just a quick update, we've done 10.7 miles. I'm pretty sure our average speed on this trip, I should have reset the screen, but we've been holding probably, what, like 35 on average, and our voltage sag was down to 52.8 volts. Oh man, coming up the intersections is sketchy. I was more focused on that guy pulling out than the light. I knew the light was green, but I wasn't focused on the light when I was getting closer to it, so I'm glad it was still green. Man, I'm just like watching out for cars left and right, man. Let's go. We bottomed out the suspension a little bit in the back. Again, 170 pounds riding this thing, so if you're over 200 pounds, get ready to change out that rear suspension so it feels a little bit better for you. But if you ride on pretty flat roads, you should be okay. Just little stuff here and there. Man, that has to be tiring for that guy coming up that thing pedaling. And my butt is kind of starting to hurt a little bit, even though I did say the seat is pretty comfortable. Bro, if you're not gonna fit, okay, I was gonna say, you ain't gonna fit, do not block the bike lane, man. So many people do that. Get the hell out the way. I like, is that a wrap? Looks like a wrap. F Sport. F Sport. 350Z. Oh, dang. Traffic looks like it merges all up there, so we're gonna have to get over in the left lane, but I think we could probably stay in the bike lane. Well, I don't know, we'll figure out. But all that traffic, we're gonna pass it. We're not gonna have to deal with it because we're just gonna maneuver with our big ass handlebars like this, like this, like that. What the hell? Are they yelling, or is that the song? Someone is yelling. I got that light pretty good, man. I was gonna run it anyway, but I hit it pretty much like right when I was going through it. So that was perfect. Whee! Move out the way, people. I'll use my horn if I do. I got a legit horn. You guys probably didn't know that, huh? Legit ass horn on this thing. It's awesome. And hurry up, truck. Hurry up, bro. Can't keep it together, man. Can't keep it together. Alrighty. Alright. I go this way. I go this way. Okay, big truck. For that, I'm doing a burnout on the sidewalk. And then we're gonna jump right back in the street. Oh man, sidewalks are sketchy. You never know when you're gonna hit anything. It looks like they're done though. They just finished up, so get out of here, man. Dude, I get places so fast. So, actually, this is the third video now that I think about it, not the second one. I took this thing to work, and I got there so quick, and I left 15 minutes later than I normally do. I still got to work at the same time I do on a 28 mile per hour e-bike because I was going so damn fast. It's crazy, right? Everyone's like, why'd you get to work so fast? I was like, dude, like, I didn't think I was gonna get here that quick. This thing will definitely get you to point A to point B quick, man. Range though, let's talk about range really quick before I get back to the house. This isn't really a range video, but I could say we're gonna do about 13 miles on this trip, because I'm at 12 right now. I got 1 more mile to go back to my house, and voltage sag is looking like 52.5 volts. Oh, alrighty. I'm gonna go this way, but my resting voltage is like 57-ish. It's okay, but you can only go down to 48 volts. So just keep that in mind. There is no percentage on here, but if you go into the manual settings or advanced settings, you hit the M button twice, you can go over to battery information and it will tell you the actual battery percent. Why is there someone behind me like revving? Why? Why? Someone's revving behind me. I'm gonna kill them. I should just like merge out in the street like really quick, just to kind of scare him. Get him a little close to hitting me. What the hell are you doing, bro? Gotta throw a peace sign out. Fuck that fool, man. Being an idiot. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. I don't know why people are like that, man. I don't get it. But we was gone, man. We gone. That's what's so fun about having something that's super fast. It's just passing people that are in traffic, especially idiots and assholes like that. Gotta love it. Oh, dang. Don't hit it on a turn. I told you guys, don't do that. Now I'm gonna stay in the lane just in case he comes this way, because he was really riding my ass, and I didn't have a mirror to prove it to you guys, and I didn't want to look behind me because that's a little sketchy. But yeah, man, people are idiots. But back to what I was saying real quick. You'll get about, I would say, 20 to 25 miles of range out of this thing if you're riding around like my weight and ride the same way I'm riding. But if you're over, like, I would say 225 pounds, 250 or more, I think you're barely gonna be getting like 20 miles out of this thing riding the way I'm riding. But if you wanna ride in single motor, go ahead, you'll get way more range. You'll probably get closer to like 35, I would say, but you definitely gotta go slower. It's just, why buy this thing if you want to go slower, you know what I mean? Dude, my neighborhood looks empty right now. It's crazy. But anyways, that's pretty much the end of the video. Voltage sag went down to 51.5. Once it goes down to, I would say, below 50 for voltage sag, I would highly suggest you probably put it in single motor so you don't have so much voltage sag. And then you should be good to like finish your extra, like, I would say like 5 to 7 miles of your trip. Just because you don't want this thing to turn off like the Onyx RCR did. Remember the Onyx RCR with the 23 or something amp hour battery, or 21 amp hour battery? I think it's 23 amp hour. That thing had voltage sag, so as soon as you hit like, I want to say 15 miles, it's similar to this thing. It just cut all power, and then you had to turn it off and turn it back on again. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. 13.4 miles on this trip, and our top speed is 52 miles per hour, and we're down to 57.4 volts. So I'll put the little voltage thing on the screen so you can see where we're sitting at. I'm assuming that's probably like half battery or close to it. But the thing is, the voltage sag, you got to keep that in mind. So just pay attention to that. Then if you guys didn't see my review video, you got a headlight button, huge ass headlight, turn signals right here, and the horn that I was hitting earlier. And one thing you probably got to replace when you get this thing too is the grip. This thing came loose, and other reviewers said the same exact thing. But I would say pegs and the grip is the first thing you probably want to do on this thing. And then maybe just order an extra tire just to have a backup one, and maybe a tube. I think these are like tubeless, but they're split rim, but I still think there's a tube in there. I'm not exactly sure on that. Yeah, it says tubeless right here. I heard these things are very easy to replace a flat on, but check this out. Why is mine pointed to the motor? So when I got to air this thing up, I'm going to have to bend this thing like that. I'd be a little worried on airing this thing up, and like, you know, if you turn this too much, you can snap it off. So I'm like, why is it pointed towards the motor? But I'm just going to leave it. Hopefully we don't have any issues, and I can ride this thing until the tire's bald, and then we'll get rid of it. But I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon. So see you guys on the next one. You guys are true MVPs. Peace out. Be safe. Wear some gear. I got Beyond Riders clothing on. Got some motorcycle Alpine Star gloves on. Not a sponsor, but all right. See you guys.